Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
What's up?
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, in association with Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Sam and Foxy, as we are here for the second stream game, and the first game of the second half is Samurai Esports versus Backtrip Esports on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. And if you guys are wondering why I'm talking like I'm in fast forward, it's because we unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it, started the match before everybody was actually in with the ready confirmation, but everybody is in, they are playing, we will not be having a rehost that would add a delay otherwise, so the match is here on your screens, the band face has been taken care of, it is Thatcher, Blackbeard, Mira, and the Maestro. With all that being said, round one will also be underway. Let's have a quick look at both of the rosters that we have in the lobby. From the side of ESM, we've got Paktoon Kid, Killin, Fankel, Kuntal, and Lockdown. And from the side of Batrip Esports, we've got Dash, Dash, Darklord, Jet the New Ash, i.e. Shrisha, Flame Blame, and Infernus. And I believe Batrip Esports and Cafe Dostoevsky is a combination we're all aware of, or at the very least, we're all somewhat familiar with, because of a certain infamous clip from a couple seasons ago. I won't get into specifics, of course, it's the past, and it's best not to dig up the past, but let's just say that clip, it contains arguably one of the best moments I have ever casted in the entirety of this league, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of the league, of course, it is the final day for Division 2 in the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. Tonight, Division 2 bids adieu, and we're going to be seeing a potential rush. Not quite, maybe, maybe not. Default Camps has spotted the Nomad going in, and she's going to be taken down. As Jet the New Ash is going to start things off. Shrisha with a big kill. Fanko is off the board, and Killen's going to get one onto Infernus, and the refrag is in onto Shrisha as well. A couple of very quick kills coming out from both teams as the push into Bakery has come in nice and fast from ESM, but Battery Esports, they've suffered a couple of losses. They'll suffer one more. That's the Hibana taking down the Jaeger, but Flameblade's going to take down Killen as well, leaving the Montaigne a little alone against two operators. Make that one as the Kaid will fall, and so will the Echo. And from out of nowhere, round one is over in a massive rush and a successful one coming out from the side of Samurai Esports with a little bit of disrespect to round it off. And oh boy, I'm pretty sure all of our viewers were caught by surprise with the sudden burst of siege action on round one. And once again, it was a little earlier than expected. I believe Fox happened to accidentally press the go button. You know, the big red button that says do not press until X time. Well, he did. Here we are. Round one's over. It's 1-0 to ESM.
I mean, we've got to make up for the absence of Babagusta not being here. We've not got the pre-analysis part quickly into the match, you know, just straight. Not. I didn't want you guys to miss action, all right? It was all planned and...
Totally.
Completely planned. We got the Kites pick in onto the Clash for some reason. Very nice emphasis on the Clash. I love to see a Clash being played when it comes to Cafe, honestly. But it'll be on the basement once again. Flame for the Clash, and I obviously once again I don't want to go into the specifics of how the last time Clash play went around for Battery Esports. But then again, I wouldn't really blame them. It was a long time ago. It was back in Season 3 or Season 2 maybe. I'm not sure. I don't even remember it, see? But then again, you got to be careful about these. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We got Jet the New Ash once again on... it's going to be on the Wamai, in fact. Quite interestingly so. And as we take a quick look at the community votes, we've got 59% in the favor of Battery Esports, while only 40% in the favor of ESM. Well, let's see how this match turns out so far. ESM first round on board, and nothing conclusive, nothing that we can make conclusions out of so far. Obviously, it's just the second round that we're into, but most definitely we'll be expecting a whole lot more from Battery Esports, just the way the community votes have gone down. So yeah, Killen already pushing up way quickly, in fact, on the side of White Stairs, on the top White Stairs, in fact. It'll be a very important factor in cutting out rotations of roamers, but there won't be any, in fact. No roam coming out from the side of Battery Esports. Everybody, in fact, will be on site. Look at that, the Clash, the Wamai, and the Echo on the side, on the east side of this map, while we have the Jaeger and the Smoke holding down on the west. A very dedicated total hold is what I'm getting to see from the side of Battery Esports. They've got shield positions, nice angles, crossfires, whatnot, everything as necessary, and that as well. Battery already starting up with the aggression. The first frag comes in, but Dark Lord will be getting the frag onto Bakhtoon Kid. We'll still be seeing Killen pushing up. That's going to be from the main always. Say that's on the main bar. He's got the mini bar angle for himself. He knows that he cannot go for the speak once again. He cannot be engaged on the same spot. But look at this, the Clash already peaking. The IQ. Lockdown knows there's a possible push-up coming in from Prep. That's why he's just going to be waiting for that possible aggression. You know, maybe find a free frag on the way. But a minute and 30 has passed. And we don't see ESM putting off enough. Alright, never mind. Let's just speak about it. The breaches come in, and along with that, a frag as well. But the frag right back in from the Echo. The Mai will fall, but the Hibana falls right back in. The Echo goes wide, and he's going to get a double kill. Dash, that aggression definitely paying off for Battery Esports right now. Meanwhile, the IQ still busy with the Clash. We've got Fankel trying to gain off a kill. In fact, while the IQ keeps so busy, but he's going to spot the he's going to get that frag as well. But the Clash is doing so much work right now before he takes the fall from the Echo. Finally, a 2 versus 2. The push-up is in from the Echo, but that'll be the Nomad, but that's late. Already the Echo has gotten the down, and the kill will be confirmed. A 1 versus 2 for Lockdown. He'll be pushing up any moment now. Infernus knows exactly where he's, and so does Dash. Both of them are very hungry for this kill, and they'll be going for the peak as well. There you go. Already the pre-fire comes in, but that'll be Dash's kill, and that was the quad kill from Dash, the Echo. Very aggressive Echo, but that paid off for them. Battery Esports know exactly how to counter the aggression from ESM this time around, and they'll be putting the equalizer on board, and we'll be going to round 3. 1-1 is indeed the scoreline, and round 3 is underway.
The early game equalizers in between both of these teams as we're going to be heading to third floor bar here on round 3. As ESM, well, their aggression got countered by even more aggression, or as we like to call it, playing fire with fire. At least that's what the first 2 rounds have brought out for us, as round 3 is going to be underway in just a quick second. Now, you know, as it goes, this match, fairly exciting. I'm pretty sure all of our viewers, once again, were a little caught by surprise, but, you know, at the end of the day, it was a good surprise. You know, we all love surprises. We all love surprises as long as they're good surprises. That was indeed a good surprise. Just like Foxy said, we want to make sure that all of our viewers are here enjoying the game, and in the absence of our analyst, Babagusta, we'll have to make do with a few surprise instances, shall we say. All of that out of the way, round 3 is underway. We've got Infernus making sure to make that bathroom rotate that we are all familiar with. Inverted shield from Shrisha on the dark spot of Cafe as well. That is Piano of Cafe. And the Valkyrie, who is unbanned in this match because Maestro and Mira are the operators to be banned. I went through 3 iterations of that sentence right there. Valcam goes out, Flame Blame using the Deagle to open a little breach on the hatch and throws that cam out, but was that cam exactly where he wanted it to be? It could have been. There is... okay, the Ashes is going to walk right past it nice and quickly. Excuse me right there. And looks like Flame Blame is happy with that camera. More than that, that's the only camera, of course, he had before. Excuse me right there. The only camera he had to throw out, the last remaining one, so he's not going to be able to throw out anymore. He's got to be careful of the new Heaven Hatch, though, and the windows of Piano. The Jaeger's here to contest, but there's a lot of gunfire coming through from that south window from the Nomad. That's Fankel trying to find somebody. He won't be able to. He's going to go back up to the roof. Flashbangs come in. That's to burn out the ADS from inside of Piano. Still not going to do a whole lot, though. Infernus has made a line of sight onto the default plant spot from inside of the bathrooms as well. As the breach charge comes out from the IQ, that is going to be the Red Stars hatch opened up nice and quickly. Mind you, both of these teams will be fighting tooth and nail, giving no quarters and taking no prisoners. And all of those piratey proverbs that I can get out of my head as they are fighting for the last match in the league itself, the entirety of the league. We're going to bid goodnight to them as well after the final game. That is after this. But that's a long ways away. We've just started with match 2 as the Jaeger's going to white peak and take down the Ash. A big drop right there. Paktunkit falls yet again as ESM are at an early disadvantage. Early not in terms of the round count, round timer that is, but early in terms of the execution. Flashbangs are going to be caught out by the Wamai magnets that have been placed around the map, dotted here and there in Piano and Cafe, excuse me, as a C4 comes out, but nope, not going to connect either. There's a little bit of emphasis on towards the eastern end of the map as the Jaeger will finally be downed, and Lockdown will take that kill. Dark Lord unfortunately falls early as well, and that is going to put the side of Batchup in a little bit more pressure. Flame Blame falls as well, and Jet the new Ash, that Shrish on Dark Spot takes a lot of damage, and he's going to fall back for the time being into washrooms. Oh, that's a down. Dash has been downed from a lockdown. That could be lockdown the IQ towards the side of the east rappel. I'm not entirely certain, but smoke canisters are going off. And that is actually the Nomad Fankel who got that down. But now it's a 2v4. Seeing as I don't think Dash can actually be revived without the smoke risking his life and potentially getting taken out for it, unless he goes for a very brave white peak. He won't, and Fankel's going to take a double with Lockdown taking down Shrisha. And those few kills, those last 3 kills, are going to give the side of ESM round 3, putting them back in the lead on 2-1, being the scoreline on round 4.
2-1 indeed. Round 4 is underway. We got a nice round from ESM coming in. They just took those fights and won them. Really good peaks. In fact, right place at the right time, I would say. We did get to see some uncalculated aggression, something that was just unnecessary from Matchday Esports, like the Echo going down on site on Cocktail, having to peek that window. We did get to see Dark Law being taken off from the rappel as well. Infernus playing awfully close on the side of Cigar after he got a C4 taken out as well. So Definitely, we could have seen different things go down in terms of Battery Esports approaching that a little more carefully. But, well, at least for now, it'll be Samurai Esports getting that round. And what does concern me is the fact that you should be able to put maximum rounds on board. You happen to be on Cafe on defense. Samurai Esports definitely looking very strong, but we've seen this before. Samurai Esports yesterday looking very strong at the beginning, but happening to lose their composure towards the end matches. But let's see how this turns out, how this match turns out. Cafe has been one of these maps that just happens to be very widely chosen to play in our community. So it should be fairly a very close match, unless of course we get to see either of these teams picking up some kind of momentum that the other is not expecting. And then again, right now it looks like ESM is on closer end of that. Pakhtoon Kid already making his way, and he does not know there's somebody close, and that'll be the Wamai getting the frag already. Jet, the new Ash, is going to get the Ash. In fact, quite ironic. He knew exactly where the entryway for the Ash was being determined, and just made sure he camped that place out. I know we don't exactly regard campers very highly, but then again, that was a good play. That was an advantage that they needed. Really well done for mine. Good play, very necessary as well. ESM will be facing that, or will be feeling that loss of a man, in fact, as they proceed ahead in this round. Hitting the 2-minute mark here, and the Ying will be improved from Killen, so again we see maybe a little bit of a rush, maybe, I don't know, maybe they might try and flash out the side of cocktails, going for a quick take on the side. That might be the play. Killen's already getting information with that drone that we're going to see from them. Getting the breaches done from Kuntal. Lockdown will be on the IQ as well. So let's see how that turns out. We got Lockdown. He's just trying to make sure he does not get taken away. But there's a flank was possibly coming in. No, that wouldn't be. So he's not got a whole lot to worry about except for the Jaeger, who could go for this peek and take him out. Arklord has proven to do that. Oh, he's actually going to find the Ying instead. And that'll be the easiest skill that he's found so far, because the Ying Killen was busy looking somewhere else. The refrag will come in though. It'll be Bana Kuntal getting the frag in. Darklord takes the fall. A 3 vs 3 established, but still is in the favor of Battery Esports. Lockdown knows he's trying to pick a fight with the Valkyrie. Knows there's somebody playing down below. But Kuntal is somehow allowed to push up so close in the white hallway without any information trade-off. I think he's getting spotted, but already Lockdown taking a fight. He's going to get the flank. That's Jet, the new Ash, the one Mine he was trying to find. But there's still the Valkyrie, Flame Blade playing downstairs. He's got the C4 as well. So much denial that Battery Esports holds right now. We got Flame Blade on the C4, Dash on the Yokai that he has for himself, in Furnace with the smoke canisters, 2 of them left, and 3 attackers. Definitely doable, but Kuntal with the diffuser is pushed up awfully close to site. This could be the play that Samurai needs to secure this round for themselves. He's going to go wide about this, but he's going to be found. Dash is going to take that frag, and now that has turned the situation in the favor of our Battery Esports. But here's Lockdown. He's going to get a frag on the Flame Blade. Dash now his position is being revealed, and he's got to be a little careful about it. But now they also know exactly where the diffuser is set. 10 seconds left. The push-up is coming in from the attack. Is locked down. The White Stairs is going to push up, but Infernus is going to find the other attacker already. It's all onto the IQ. Was on White Stairs. He knows exactly where the IQ, the Echo is, but it doesn't matter. He'll be taken off. And Dash with the double kill this round. The Echo once again making sure he's getting these frags on board, making sure that these kills are coming in. Battery Esports this time around will be playing a little more passive and getting their equalizer once again. And like I said, it will be a back and forth, but for how long will that be the case until somebody happens to take a definitive advantage? Or we might as well see our overtime come up. Round 5 will be underway. We've got the equalizer coming in like we just said, and the side is now going to be kitchen service and kitchen cooking from the side of Battery Esports.
Kitchen service and kitchen cooking coming in from the side of BTE, as the clash will be 6 picked out into the Ying, into the Ying counter. That is a Warden. I could have actually spun that sentence without stopping, but what can I say? My foresight is fantastic, isn't it? Anyway, the Warden is in play, and we did have another 6 pick coming out from the side of the attack. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite able to catch that. But the Warden is in fact in play. Now, the big question here is whether or not he's running the MPX or the shotgun. He's running the SMG-12. Well, that's a brave man's gun right there, although we've seen some SMG-12 plays come out lately with Vigil. So, you know, it could be something that Flame Blade is used to using, but that could give him leeway as well to play the shotgun. I mean, I'm not brave enough for the SMG-12, folks. Let that be said right now. I do not like this gun in the slightest. Maybe it's changed in recent seasons, recent patches. As far as I know, it hasn't. But, you know, I'm open to give it a try. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll hop on the Siege tonight, give it a try. Who knows? Nope, he is actually running the MPX in the meanwhile. Flame Blade looks like he wants the double SMG combo, and that is what he will, in fact, be running with. Excuse me, right there. So, you know, it's his choice. He's going to bring it out, and he's going to make sure that he has as much ranged gunfight capability as he can, because, again, the SMG-12, it may be a hard-hitting gun, but its recoil is unpredictable at best. The Montaigne is in play along with the Ying, so that could be a smoke Ying rush plant question mark, I say, as the bakery push is coming in already. They've got to be careful of small bakery, especially lock down the Montaigne, as a Ying will probably be watching that, but this is C4. That's a missed C4, which will be taken out. Unfortunate, as some shots are fired, but nothing comes off of that as well. Here's Lockdown, slowly pushing in. He's blocking off the prep room bakery door, but again, he's got to be careful. That's probably the Ying that is killing behind him, watching small bakery. Warden's going to back off. He knows that there's no point in looking at the Montaigne face first. You can't exactly win against a Montaigne in a staring competition, but the Candelas are going off. At least one of them did, but Patunka is going to find Shrisha. That's Jet the new ass. That's a little bit of revenge for the last round as well. Inside of code check, as one operator body's been dropped. That make that two. The Ash comes in and finds Flame Blame, as a Gershman from the Ella is going to go off in the meanwhile. Smoke grenades coming out to burn down the ADS, as Infernus will take down Fankel. That's a big drop right there with his SMG-11, as Jaeger might just be up next on the chopping block. The Candelas are going out, but Dark Lord is somehow alive by the prep room window. Smoke canisters come off as the entirety of the defense is playing on... they're playing on pins and needles right now, as a couple of bodies drop from the attackers. But Toonkid and Kuntal are off the board, and suddenly it's a 2v3 in favor of Battery Esports' Turtle Hole defense that they brought out here on the map of Cafe's first floor kitchen. Killen and Lockdown caught in a little bit of a bad situation. They need to push the site. Smoke grenades come out from the Montaigne. They're going to go off on the other site, mind you, as that throw was a little less than ideal. But no, trying to go for the Jaeger. He's going to be taken down by Infernus. The smoke instead, leaving Killen in a 1v3 with no utility and only his gun and his wits about him. He's found one, but he does not, in fact, get the down on the dash. Excuse me. That's unfortunate. The Echo crouched before his head was taken clean off. And unfortunately, the Ying's LMG was not good enough in that situation. And there's the SMG loan once again from Infernus. The man popped off this round. And he's going to be the one to finish it off as well. The Ying falls, and Bat Trip Esports are going to make full use of first floor kitchen, giving themselves the lead. Going into round 6, the last round before roll swap, they are 3-2 in the lead.
Underrated SMG plays from Infernus, honestly. Really well done. Essentially got those impact frags for that round secured the win for Battery Esports as well. That'll be taking us to round 6. Very quick succession of rounds. In fact, we've seen these rounds not last for the entirety of the duration either. You know, it's not coming down to the last few seconds. So, anyways, we're here on round 6. Bakhtun Kid will be switching from the Zofia to the Zofia, along with Flame Blade, from the Bandit to the Bandit. Yeah, they did not have enough time to pick the operator they wanted to, but right now they'll be rolling with it for now. They got the reading room and dining defensive side coming in from Battery Esports, and Jet the New Ash will be playing the Vigil. In fact, interestingly, Dark Lord will be on the Jaeger. We've got Dash once again on the Echo. I like the use of Echo from the side of Battery Esports. The Echo is not banned, and that just puts so much more emphasis to the way this operator is played, and that has just made the IQ a compulsory pick for the side of ESM. And yeah, apart from that, you got the Maestro ban, and usually we get to see a whole lot of Maestro bans as well, but that's trade-off, you know. Maestro is discount Echo, or the other way around, or however you want to go about it. The point is, both of them have a very similar feature, is they have information along with denial, they have amazing guns, and both of them are 3 armor, so not a huge difference when you look at it on the macro level. But yeah, then again, we've got I got the Maestro ban and the Mira ban. Quite interestingly, Mira, we haven't seen a huge emphasis of Mira in Division 2, honestly. It's come down to these 5 seasons as well. Mira is getting to play, we're getting to see Mira staying unmanned for Division 1 and 3, but not 2. That's just been that's just been the fashion for some reason, but yeah. We'll get to that later. For now, it'll be the Echo perfectly being emphasized from Battle Esports, and which, in fact, he's very excited about this. He's just roaming around. We've got Flame roaming around as well. A lot of noise from Battle Esports. That is definitely to throw off ESM, at least of the center of the roamers that we have. That'll be the Jaeger. He's going to be playing all the way on the side of Cocktail, along with his GSC9 brother, Flame, the Bandit. Got good guns, the Carbine, the MP7, definitely something you want. And do see Dash bring out an Echo drone of himself. The Yokai is going to come in. He's just going to make sure that all this information is being traded off. But lockdown though. The IQ right here could find the Yokai any moment now. I was going to make sure that all of that is being spotted. There you go. He's going to spot the Yokai. Yokai though, go for this stun more importantly. Not sure if that was the right decision to make, but Pakhtun Kid already pushed up awfully close. But the defense is already abandoned ship. They've fallen down back to site. That's a good play from the side of the defense. They most possibly could go for a retake, and that is exactly what I would expect from them. The Jaeger and the Vigil all the way downstairs. In fact, Dark Lord and Jet, the new Ash, that is, slowly making his way up top downstairs, but he does not know there's somebody outside already on the heaven balcony. Any moment now the peak could come, and Dark Lord going for a long rotate, still going to be holding down Jet, the new Ash, the being. Vigil is going to get spotted out on the pillars. Oh, he's going to go wide. He's going to spot both of those attackers. He knows that there's no way he's picking that fight. He's just going to have to fall back and hold down the side of Fireplace all by himself. That impact did get hurt by the Ash, but Street Shot does not realize the Ash is pushing up, but the refight come back in. No, Kuntal is going to get a double for himself. He gets the frag onto the Vigil, and then the Echo. Pakhtun Kid, meanwhile, is going to find Dark Lord. Flame takes the fall as well, as bodies are dropping quickly for this team, and there you got the final frag comes in as well. And Samurai Esports will be winning this round. Flawlessly, in fact. And a very well-deserved round, in fact, for Samurai Esports. Perfect attack strategy being employed by them. Badrip Esports abandoning ship a little too early, not gaining anything from that trade-off, and just not able to survive in that trade-off after in that retake potential that they had for themselves. Round 7 will be underway. We've got the halftime coming in. 3-3 is indeed the scoreline. And over to you, Blackjack. That being said, we'll be taking a quick look at the scoreboard as well.
A quick look at the scoreboard indeed as locked down on 8 kills, but it's actually fairly equally distributed between the players and their roles that we've seen them take in this match so far. You can see Fankel and Killen with more support, bringing in the intel, the breaches, and all of the other little tidbits that go into the match of Rainbow Six. Pakhtun Kid square in the middle with 5 to himself as well. ESM with that evenly distributed kill chart. As it goes, of course, kills are not the only thing that matters in Rainbow Six. Intel is what really matters, because without any intel, there won't be any kills, or at the very least, as many kills. Speaking of E-Samurai, they are now on the third floor bar defense. They are on round 7 roll stop, having just equalized on round 6, and now being on defense, they'll be looking to implement their little strategies, or who knows, they might be looking to use the standard strategies that we know of already and save their other strategies. I'm not sure if they would want to, but maybe not, as right now they are on the defense, and it'll be interesting to see what they bring out. The last match that we had in the previous stream, of course, that was Team Muaha versus Instinct Esports, went all the way to maximum overtime, ladies and gentlemen, and it was a very similar game as well, as both teams were locked in a back and forth, and only one could win right at the end. Will this be the same situation? So far in these first 6 rounds, it has developed that way. As right now, we're going to move into action phase of round 7. Already 30 seconds underway, of course, as the Ash is going to open out the window on a Piano's Whiskey window, burn out some ADSs, and make the push onto the Wumai as quick as possible. Lockdown, that is, of course. Flashbangs are coming out already for the ADS burnout, just as I said, the Platoon Kids are going to make a quick rotate down below to pillars. He knows that the Heaven Hatch was just opened, as Kuntal is also down here on Train Museum. Shots will be fired any second now, not quite. The Valkyrie might even try to go for that peak. Oh, Lockdown's going to be the one to start things off, though. That's Flame Blade on the board, and there's Platoon Kid onto Dash. That may yet have been the new Heaven Hatch angle from the Pillars room. We're not entirely certain, ladies and gentlemen, but that's a big drop. Dark Lord coming around to peek on the Red Hatch. Has got to be careful. There's a Valkyrie in his general vicinity, as there we go. The shots are fired, but the Valkyrie will not survive. There we go. The kill will be confirmed. For a quick second, it didn't look good for Dark Lord Zane, but he managed to stabilize it right there. We whiffed a few shots, of course, but he's in. He got the kill, and that was a big one as well. The first defender to go down, Platoon Kid yet again. It's actually funny, I know something that you notice whenever it comes to ESM losing their first body, more often than not, it's Platoon Kid. And I don't mean this as any sort of disrespect either. I just think it's kind of odd that he's always the first one to fall. At least for the most part in these first 6 rounds, that's what we've been seeing. Shrishan, the meanwhile, is going to take down Kuntal. That's a refrag in, not a refrag, excuse me, that's a frag in for the IQ onto the Mozzie. Big drop right there, as there is somebody playing right by the bomb on top of bar. The Jaeger will be spotted, and Shrisha comes in with another one. Fankel is going to take the fall, and now suddenly ESM are lacking in the man count department. It's a 3 versus 2 in favor of Batrip. C4 comes out. It's not going to find anybody, though, as the Sledge, I believe that is, barely avoids getting taken off the board. Killen's gonna be down. That's the SMG-11 coming out from the attack, but it won't matter if the kill was confirmed, because there was Dark Lord to find the final 2. All right. Looks like he ended up finding the Y after all. Yep, the spray transfer from the Mute's position on to the Wamai's position gets him that double to finish off the round, giving the side of Bad Trip Esports round 7. Looks like losing round 6 did not affect them by much, at the very least in round 7, that is, as now in round 8 they're back in the lead. 4-3 is the scoreline in their favor, and we're headed back to third floor bar.
Third floor bar is indeed going to be the play here for for the side of ESM. 3-4 is indeed the scoreline. We've got Battle Esports very well winning those gunfights. Definitely that is what ESM lacked. They were at the wrong place at the wrong time, if you'd ask me. Even the Jaeger playing below the bomb, Skylight. Jed the New Ash knew exactly where he was playing. You get so many pre-play zones from the side of the attack as well. So most definitely, you want to be making sure that, all right, you don't want to bring out such risky plays in the middle of the round. That's all I'm trying to convey. But then again, it was a gamble that you were trying to expect the best out of. He still did not. But then again, let's see how round 8 presents us with. Maybe ESM will be able to pull the composure back together, and we'll be getting to see a lot of a better ESM. But let's see how that happens. To take turns, Platoon Kid is going to throw out a cam that'll be on the white stairs. We've got Killen making sure all the rotations are taken care of. Kuntal, though, he's brought out the dock. Whenever the dock comes on board, I really like it, because we get to see a very frag-heavy approach towards. At least I really like it. Frag-heavy approach is very quick. It's just happens to be like a round of Call of Duty, a quick round, in fact. But it won't be the case for the side of Battery Esports. They'll be taking a sweet time as Flame Blame drops a smile on the. That's so cute. That's so cute, in fact. It's very cute. Thank you, Flame Blame. That is, in fact, a very cute smile. I'd love to go back and see that. Anyways, coming back to this round, we've got Infernus. He's rappelling the white window. In fact, the white stairs window, that is. It's still going to be holding down this angle, Flame Blame. The Jackal has got some footprints to scan. He's going to find the Jaeger. That is going to be Fankel. But already Platoon Kid has taken the fall. Fankel getting spotted, but alright, Jet the New Ash is going to get another kill and takes the fall this time around. The IQ getting a frag as well. The Rappel game definitely coming out strong for the side of Battery Esports. They're getting these 2 frags on board. And now Infernus goes wide. He's going to get that kill. That's a double kill for the man. In fact, this round, Lockdown takes the fall. And ESM falling so quickly. Bite the dust. Yes, Kuntal getting a kill for himself. Jet the New Ash will be the one to bite the dust for now. But here's the Jaeger getting popped once again. Playing across the Shaiko spot. It's all down to Kuntal on the dock in a 1 versus 5 ace class situation. 1 versus 4. But successfully. Anyways, did not convert. Dash will be here to take that frag, and Battle Esports will be continuing their win streak and take the advantage further, in fact, in this match. And surprisingly so, this is happening on attack. Round 9 will be underway. We've got a 5-3 scoreline. 1 round away, Battle Esports sits from taking this to match point. Let's see how this match turns up going ahead.
Surprisingly enough, I was about to say, it looked like we were going to go third for a bar really quickly, but, in a split second, the decision was made to change it up to kitchen, and I highly agree with that decision from ESM. Third for a bar did not work out twice, so changing up sites is definitely what they needed to do, and they have done that. Now, all it comes down to is their execution, their intel gathering, their countering of the attackers, their denial, utility, and of course, their gunfight potential. And ESM and Batch of Esports bring in a lot of gunfight potential for both of their rosters. These rosters that we have in play, some of the top tier rosters here in play today, ladies and gentlemen. As of course, Division 2, you expect nothing less from this division. And Division 2 teams that have managed to stay here, stick it out against the war that wages in the ranks of this stage. Overall, it looks like, that it's going to be a pretty interesting next few rounds, because Battle Esports are 1 round away from the match point. ESM are dead set on stopping them from getting there, but will they be able to? Killen's going to go for a run out. He's not going to find it. But is that the suppressor on the Vigil? It is indeed. Not really sure why, even though, Vigil's K1A does hit hard enough that a suppressor won't make too much of a difference, as at least that's what the statistics say. But at the end of the day, would you really trade that damage reduction for a little bit of sneakiness? I'm not entirely sure, but there's a drop, and that's the Sledge. Lockdown with a beautiful cleanup onto Dark Lord. That's one of the most influential players that BTE has had this season off the board, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a big take from the side of Samurai Esports. Locked down with a beautiful shot onto his head. Is going to put his team on the early man count lead. Now Battle Esports, they need to refrag. They need to get a kill desperately, but they won't be able to, as Shrisha is going to be dropped as well. Killing from the top floor inside a piano has taken a big one, and that is the IQ of the board, and that is especially ironic, seeing as the IQ is meant to counter the Vigil instead. Shots are fired, the Legion's down, taken off the board, as that's one kill, but the kill is refragged onto instantly by the Omai. Lockdown's here to make sure his team does not fall apart, and he's doing a fantastic job of that, as it's all down to Flame Blame and Infernus for the side of Battrip Esports to give themselves a match point. Shots are fired, Vigil is low on HP, but he manages to escape, and there's the kill. The wide swing in from Fanko, as he finds Infernus, and looks like the only reason Infernus dropping was the match end was because Backtrip Esports had a disconnection at possibly the worst time in that round, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a time you want to be disconnecting, as BTE find themselves a man short going into round 10. It's 4-5 on the round count. And now we're awaiting whether or not BT wants a rehost. They haven't actually called for one yet. Interesting.
They can always do that in the prep phase as well. Wait for Flame Blame to possibly join back. But looks like with only 3 seconds left, that's highly unlikely. We might be going to Rios most definitely for the Shadow Battle Esports. 1 round away from match point. They'd be wanting to go with everything that they've got into this match and not bringing out any surprises for themselves. But wait a minute, ESM. They will be defending.
Is this the
Right.
This is the prophesized site. But looks like we are in fact going into a rehost, ladies and gentlemen, from the side of BTE. They've confirmed that Flame Blame cannot join back, so we'll be right back on the other side of the rehost with this prophesized site, and we'll see you on the other side. Stay tuned.
Mics off. Rios.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between East Samurai Esports and Bad Trip Esports on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. We're back on the other side of the rehost with Flame Blame from BTE back in the lobby, and we're just waiting on the ready confirmation to come in. There we go. Dark Lord and Dash confirm. ESM have confirmed that they are ready, so the match should go ahead in just a quick second here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, it's going to be a fairly interesting one indeed. We're going to come back in a 5-4 scoreline in favor of Bad Trip Esports on the attack, seeing as it is round 10 that we'll be coming back on. And interestingly enough, of course, Bad Trip Esports, they asked for the rehost on prep phase of the round. So the round had actually started. So now we have to go back to the same site and have the same ops that both teams had. Of course, Flame Blame has the freedom to pick whatever op he wants. He's the one who disconnected. But everyone else has to pick the same ops and go back to the same site from the defense. That's why ESM, in a surprise twist, and something that I'm about 90% sure was a mistake on their part, are going to be going to Fireplace Hall and Mining Room, the site that I always talk about that has in fact completely fallen out of player preference in recent days, is here. We're actually going to see some Mining Room plays. So with all that out of the way, Foxy, the round is yours.
I mean, with the Pulse staying unbanned on this map, could have seen a possible Pulse strategy being employed from the side of the defense for this site especially. You know, you have to bring out so much more vertical play from below as well. Not only from above, you've got the above all coming in from the side of the defense already. Looking at the Goyo on the top floor, on the Red Hats, in fact, will be getting the reinforcements done for himself. Lockdown, that is. We got Killen. He's focusing on site for the while. And just like we talked about this, it's a very bizarre side to be playing on a competitive match. Not exactly a very defendable side, honestly. It's just so many loopholes that the site has. It's somehow very difficult to play, you know, or rather difficult to have a better success rate, at least when compared to the rest of the sites on this map. I've got Killen already going aggressive. He's trying to find somebody on river side. He's not going to find anybody. He's going to fall back, barricade the doorway that he happened to run out of as well. Kuntal is still reinforcing on and in and around side, in fact. I wouldn't really blame them. We don't get to see a whole lot of emphasis in terms of the utility that they put down on the side of the library either. You got only one rotation opening up to the laundry storage closet. That's a very daring strategy that I'm getting to see from ESM being employed here, honestly. We don't usually expect this when it comes to a match with the odds favoring the opponents 5-4. And so much that ESM has to make sure they do this correct. Has to make sure they do this right, because Bad Trip Esports, once they sit on match point, it's going to be very difficult to shake them out of it. Bad Trip Esports, on the other hand, already making their way on the side of the balcony, on the side of the west balcony. We don't see any emphasis on the east balcony, though that will be clear for the moment. And the Twitch, actually, Jatiniash already pushed up on the top of Red Stairs. Legion minds what is stopping her to go further, as now the Legion already knows that the push is coming in from the side of red. Kuntal has heard that Legion might pop up as well, and there's the Goya as well to support him along with it. So much cover along with the Goya shield being used to perfection. I've got to give him that at least. Lockdown has definitely come up with a nice Goya shield placement. He's going to retract that back as he wants to do something alternative here, I think. Not knowing the push-up is from the Ash is already in. Kuntal has found himself in a spot. In fact, the C4 could be the play that he wants to bring out. He's got the defense post to make up a throw angle in the soft throw that he happens to be hugging right now, right before the reinforcement, right beside the reinforcement, in fact, with Killen already in the top floor, is facing some heat, and quite literally so, with the Goyo shield that just got popped off by the sledge. Dark Lord still holding this angle on the whiskey windows. We got so much more distraction that the attackers are just emphasizing on. They don't want to be going for map control. All they're trying to make sure is they try and find out a weak point, a choke point where they can get aggressive frag in or maybe something useful. There you go, the Legion tries to be aggressive, but he's going to be found, and here's a refract from Kuntal, but Flame is going to find a double, and Lockdown takes the fall. It's all on a Kuntal, Fankel, and Killen. Kundan already picking another fight. He's got the C4 finally comes into play, but now the C4 being hurt. The plant will not be going off. Kuntal still knows where that Twitch is playing, but Twitch, she's being distracted. So many shots coming in, but just not enough. The Twitch finally will be taking the fall. The plan did go down from Dash, but here's the kill from Flame. Flame is going to get the kill, and this win could come from the Zofia, cutting off huge rotations. It's all on the Frankel, but he'll take the fall, and that'll be Battery Esports winning round 10 and sitting on match point. This is exactly what I was talking about. Battery Esports wants to go for the side take. They are just making sure they don't have map control, but they do have every single choke point covered, because when they do go for the side take, this is exactly what is going to happen. Bodies dropping from the side of Samurai Esports, not expecting such an amazing attacking round from the side of Battery. 6-4 is going to be the scoreline, and we'll be seeing them sit on match point already. One round away from taking this round for themselves, taking this match for themselves, while ESM now sits 2 rounds away from getting the equalizer on board. Bar and cocktail lounges will be the site that they'll be playing once again, but they don't exactly have a great track record when it comes to this side. Let's see what round 11 holds for us. Blackjack, to you.
Absolutely, Fox, and I believe that is that entire round is pretty much all the reasons that you would need as to why that site, mining room and fireplace, is not a site that is played anymore. It's not actually as viable as it once used to be, and especially with that big window on the pillar room, at the end of the pillar room hallway, with a soft wall that goes directly into the site rotate. That's not exactly great. That's a big angle that has to be held down constantly. And if an attacker manages to lodge themselves in there with an upside down rappel, just like the Zofia did in the previous round, and then that's half the job done. The other half, get into mining room, take cover behind the big machinery piece on display in the center of the room, and go for the plant. That's it. You've got it covered. One guy outside the mining room window, one guy outside the big window, and you're done. That's your plant covered. That's your angles covered. Choke points done. And that's why mining room as a site is not viable in Rainbow Six 2020, ladies and gentlemen. As ESM, they did pay heavily for that mistake. However, they need to now make up for it by winning 2 rounds back to back. Will they be able to push for overtime? Will they only get 1 round and lose 5-7? Or will it not work in their favor at all? Battery Esports look poised to take this match, is all I can say right now. But being poised to take a match is one thing, and actually winning it is a whole different ballgame. Looks like the attackers are kind of hesitant to leave spawn. They're seeing all of these open windows, and they're very afraid of the spawn peaks, but they've taken at least a good 40 seconds in spawn to make sure that they don't get taken out by these early peaks that Samurai Esports looked like they were setting up. Now they'll leave spawn, they'll get the drones in. There's a whole lot of time that they have, just a little under 2 minutes, as flashbang is going to be caught up by the Wumai magnets, and there's lockdown being flashed again, and still alive. Of course, the push has not come in because Battery Esports, they want to make sure that they have all the cover, all of the intel, all the utility denial that they need, and there's a Twitch drone from Shrisha that's been taking care of the ADSs and Wumai magnets in this area. Another flashbang comes out. Lockdown won't be flashed from that one. He's going to rotate into the sofas area, the sofa corner of Cigar Lounge, but no, Lockdown is going to take the fall. He's out the board. That is Flame Blame to start things off. Looks like Paktoon Kid has been spared his early round death, at least for this round. Will he find a kill in return? Yes, he does. And Infernus goes down along with Shrisha as Killen takes that kill. That's a big one right there. A couple of big ones. The Twitch and the Hibana are off the board. Battery Esports suddenly on the back foot right now with just about a minute remaining. They need to get into sight, and they need to make sure that getting into sight does not lead to any more bodies being dropped. There's the Doc looking the wrong way as Dash is going to come in, take 1, he's going to take 2. He wants to get the kill, but he's got to be careful of the angle that he's peeking. Paktoon Kid is down, and there's a headshot onto Killen from Dark Lord. With that, Panko is the last one remaining. He's the last one standing. He's going to take 1 as Dash was a little too concerned with that downed operator, Fankel. He's got to be careful on the bar area that he's playing at. Somebody's going for the default desk of bar itself. That could be Flame Blame. No, he's pushed back, in fact. Pulled back, that is. And now it's a 1v2 and a rather intense 1v2, ladies and gentlemen, as the Zofia will be using a lifeline to create a rotate in and out of Cold Room. Will that be very useful? There's the sledge, and he will somehow survive that as Darklord takes the kill onto Fanko. And unfortunately for the side of ESM, it was a valiant attempt from them, but they will not be pushing to overtime tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back from the Rios, 2 rounds back-to-back to Batrap Esports secures them their win, and their win on Cafe, and their win on their final game in the WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. Division 2 is one step closer to ending. And oh boy, it's gonna be a fantastic ending game as well. But before we get to that, 7-4 to BTE. A fantastic match coming out from them. A fantastic game coming out from ESM. As that is going to be what ends this game. With all that being said, it is now Havocs versus Team Area 69. A fantastic game coming up indeed on our screens in just a quick second, as both these teams are going to be looking to make their stamps known, make their presence felt in this last match of Division 2. And I believe our viewers at home are are sensing a little bit of a catch in my voice. Maybe. I'm not entirely certain of that. But yeah, it is the last match of Div 2. Who knew it would come in this quickly? It still feels like only yesterday when I got the call to come and cast for the WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. 5 seasons gone by very quickly, and we only have 2 more play days after tonight with Division 1 for the weekends. What a day, what a season, and what a league it has been. But we're not over. I'm going to be dramatizing this as much as I can across this weekend. That is for sure, ladies and gentlemen, as we will be going into Havocs versus Team Area 69. And it's going to be a fantastic game. It is definitely going to be a fantastic game, but we'll get to that in a quick second, as looks like the map is Ye Old Faithful Clubhouse. I mean, am I surprised? No, not at all. Clubhouse to finish up Division 2 for the Esports Club League of Rainbow Six Siege is going to be a fantastic, fantastic decider match. Isn't it, Foxy?
Most definitely, Blackjack. In fact, this match that we will be getting to see will be all the while more stuff that we'll be expecting from us. As I run a quick check on second, there's been a confusion in terms of the sides of the teams, but I'll be running a quick check on that. But then again, let's see going ahead what we've got for ourselves on this match, Havocs versus Team Area 69, because it indeed is the last match of Division 2 in this league. 5 months. It's been amazing 5 months casting with Blackjack. And having to host so many games, going from the top tier to the qualifiers, the qualifiers bunch, and then we have the elites, as I like to call it, the top 3 divisions, that is, the 3 divisions for that matter. All of these teams, the top ones in the entirety of the region, most definitely they are. Everybody who's made it to the top 3 divisions, because it takes a whole lot more. We had about more than 100 teams participate in the first season as well, out of which only a very few, in fact, 24 of them made it through. So 25 of them, in fact. So now we've got 24 in the league, and it's a very good outlook towards how these teams have been performing well, giving competition, keeping competition alive. More importantly, that's been more of a important play towards the esports club, looking at developing Rainbow Six Siege as an esports in the subcontinent region as well. So yeah, all that coming to play is a huge thanks to all of the teams. In fact, all of them who've participated, and all of them who've somehow been connected with this. But it is still only the last match of Division 2. People, we've got Division 1 and Division 1 again come to you tomorrow and day after. That will be indeed one of the best weekends we could ever have, because Saturday and Sunday filled with Division 1 matches. The entirety of the day, in fact, people, will be live from 3 in the afternoon to 9 in the night. A little bit of a short break in between, like maybe for half an hour or an hour for most. But we expect the Division 1 matches to go maximum time. Most of them to be overtime as well, but that's not been the case, has it, for Division 1 lately. It's been quite the change up. But we'll talk a whole lot more about Division 1 going into it. That is going to be tomorrow, obviously. As right now, I'd like to talk about Division 3. That's already happened. Team L2K will be topping the division with 18 points for themselves. 7-6 is 6 out of 7 matches that they won. Naves Gaming on second. That is ex-Zeus Saber. So very, very strong performance from these two winners and runner-ups of Division 3 this time around. We don't get to see a huge turnaround of things. Nat is amazing, in fact, in Division 3 as well, but that ended the day before. We are witnessing Division 2, as we'll be quickly heading into the standings for that as well. But before we go into that, coming to this match, Havocs versus Team AR69, we've got a whole lot more to look out for. We've got a whole lot more to expect from these teams. Maybe. Then again, let's see how that turns out. We'll be going into a very quick break, that is. I'll be right back, people. Team Havocs versus Team Area 69 will be on your screens in just a moment.
Nadia from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
What's up?
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Abin Foxy, as we are here for the very final game of Division 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Division 2 ends tonight, and what a game it is to finish it off. It is Havocs versus Team Area 69. But really quickly, before we get into the match, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a Siege-themed PC cabinet by NZXT. There's only 500 of these across the world, so if you want to have a chance to win one for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook for details on how to enter yourselves into this giveaway. All of that aside, we're here on the ban phase between Havocs and Team Area 69. The last match, the last ban phase, and the last action and prep phases for Division 2. It all comes to a close tonight, and it's Havocs versus Team Area 69 to finish it off for Div 2, leaving us with only 2 days of Siege play left. But more on that at the end of tonight's stream, as right now, the bans have been taken care of. They are Capital, Maverick, Mira, and Valkyrie. Interestingly, Thatcher is not banned. But that is, of course, a discussion for another time, as right now we're going to be hitting the basement church and arsenal room from the side of the defense. And let's have a quick look at both of these teams. As from the side of... Excuse me, right there. As from the side of Havocs, we've got Lynch, Cheesecake, Kingslayer, Six Surge, and Pulo. It's an interesting name right there. And from the side of Area 69, we've got Aussie, Spidey Time, Mercy, Tertio, and Ivis coming in on the defense. Round 1 will be underway. Basement church is the side of choice. And Foxy, the mic is yours.
I was just wondering, what if his name is Polo, you know? Because it's Polo, not... Yeah, so...
Yeah.
So what do we call him? Piolo or Polo?
I'd say Polo.
Polo, all right. Let's go.
That
let's
sounds
go
better. Yeah, that
Polo.
sounds more familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very familiar, in fact. And very refreshing as well, you know, because I was just drinking water myself, so yeah. This took me back to those drink water and Polo days. Anyways, yeah, we have a different term for that, but we'll be getting to that later. We'll be calling him Polo until he happens to display some sort of some sort of resistance against that name. But Polo for now, definitely. Area 69 will be the ones to start off on defense, and we've got them picking the church and arsenal room, in fact. And won't be seeing them use any side of utility in the tunnel. In fact, they'll be reinforcing the tunnels though. And we'll be falling back right into place with the barricade as well. EVs, meanwhile, will be playing the Kaid. And obviously, with the Thatcher ban coming into place, we'll be expecting a whole lot more. Let's see how that turns out. I've got Oxy running the Bandit as well. Mercy will be on the Maestro. I've got Kingslayer running the IQ. Cheesecake and Polo will be on the Heart Breach duty from the side of the attackers. That's going to be Team Havocs. We've got the Thatcher unbanned, in fact. Excuse me there. Six Surge is playing the Thatcher. I did not get to notice that. I did not pay attention to the ban phase for some reason. By default, assume that it's Clubhouse. It's going to be a Thatcher banned map. But looks like teams are getting a little more adjusted playing with Thatcher, already getting into the fields of the next season coming up. That put aside, Polo and Cheesecake will be the ones to be doing a whole lot of hard breaching duty. That means their survival is going to be very important. Oxy already expending his C4. Wanted to push up main stairs, did not find anybody though. It's not done enough damage as well. Still playing aggressive. Oxy has had an amazing run this season. In fact, man has been amazingly well getting frags for his team. The IQ almost able to find the Bandit. Not quite so. He's going to be spotting the Maestro Evil Eye for now. He cannot be taking care of it, not yet. Just going to be opening up an angle for the moment. No C4 from the side of the defense. That will be seen from the side of Team Air 69 being put on board. EV is being very patient about this. He wants to still use TCSG as long as he can. Does not want to bring up the C4 unless it's a confirmed kill. And I would be doing exactly that as well. The last C4, there's somebody right above him. He does not hear his footsteps. There's so much happening. Finally, the C4 goes up and claim anybody will though. EV is going to get that frag and Kingslayer takes the fall. attempted trick, but it's too late, and that'll be Polo's trick, in fact, on the hatch of kitchen. He's going to get the breach done. The Hibana making his way in. He's going to spot the Maestro, but that'll be all to winning the fight, and the Hibana is going to take the fall. Mercy is going to get that frag, and that's 2 quick frags for the side of the defense. Team Air 69 starting off strong as Havoc still not able to open the motor hatch as well, with the thatch still being in play. Very bizarre. There you go. Finally, the thatch is going to come in and drop the EMP as Cheesecake can attempt the breach. But Lynch, meanwhile, is going to find a frag, but he gets V5 back in. 2 versus 4. He did find him before he fell down to the gun of Oxy. Spidey time, meanwhile, on the flank is going to find one. Will he find another? No, he gets shut down by Cheesecake and a turnaround. The Thermite in 1 versus 3. But essentially, he won't be surviving that. The Yarda, once again, a double kill for the Maestro this round. Mercy will be making sure Team Air 69 gets the first round on board. And that'll be the match that we just happened to kick off on Clubhouse against these 2 teams.
And what a way to start things out for Team Area 69, completely shutting down the push coming in from the side of Havocs, making sure that they have no chance, no room to work with, and no man conversion either. As unfortunately for the side of for the side of Havocs, it was not a good starting round. However, they can make amends within just a few seconds. That is, of course, in round 2 that we're going to be going into second floor CCTV and cash room. Ivis with the 6-pick out of the Wamai into the Mozzie. That's interesting right there, because you would normally see a Wamai to help hold down Catwalk with maybe an Echo or a Kaid or some sort of anchor, or if there is no 3 armor anchor, then maybe the Wamai himself holding down on the Catwalk of Garage. 6 picking him out for the Mozzie means you're trading out projectile denial for intel denial and counter intel for the side of the defense. Now,
I think what the side of the defense is trying to pull off with the Mozzie 6-pick is the way the last round went as well. We did see Area 69 trying to isolate the side of the attackers really well, you know, picking fights that are guaranteed, or at least in a better probability for the defenders to win. And maybe that's the approach that EVS is looking for with the Wamai into the Mozzie, because not only will he be stopping those drones, that will also give so much more of a randomness potential for him to be on places. We did see Oxy being very aggressive as well. So that kind of denial will allow them to be a little more aggressive, is what I'm expecting from 69 in this approach. But I'm not sure. Then again, just because we are having a little bit of a to and from that 6-pick, Wamai is definitely the better choice. But the way, but the way this is being going down, I think in this situation, Mozzie just might be the thing.
Well, given the fact that Intel is king when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, denying Intel is a pretty important facet of defender setups in defender and attacker setups just in general. That's why you see so many Valkyrie bans in the ban phases. Sometimes you see the Maestro and Echo bans primarily down to the fact that they have so much Intel gathering potential. Maybe the argument could be made for the Echo more so than the Maestro, since Echo has mobile drones. Maestro's evil eyes, of course, sit there staring at you like Death Stars in the sky. But overall, the Mozzie is probably a pick that works better for Area 69 because they're working off of Intel and trying to make sure that the attacker's Intel does not counter their aggression. The Mozzie is going to be able to stop drones and, you know, make sure that the attackers don't know where they're going to make their runouts from. But Spidey time, that's a big one right there. Trying to go for a spawn kill early. He's not going to find anybody. He's going to have to pull back. And that right there was, of course, a little bit of a lack of intel. Spidey time did not know that there was nobody towards the side of, towards the side of that warehouse spawn. But that brings me back to the point of intel. The fact is, intel, with the way Area 69 has been playing, is king. Defender aggression needs intel to work. And that's why you have Valkyrie, who's so ingrained in the meta today. That's why Mozzie is picked as highly as he is, even though his super shorty was taken away from him not too long ago. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to how teams prefer to play their operators. Spytime, in the meanwhile, is going to take down Polo. That's a big drop right there. The Hibana is on the board. That's one half of the hard breach potential for the side of Havoc. But Sixer is going to take down Ivis in the meanwhile. That is the Mozzie we were talking about just now. Spytime takes another one. Kingslayer is on the board. A double kill for the Jaeger as he finds the IQ before he makes a retreat back to site. As the Mozzie, unfortunately, we were talking quite a bit about him today, is not going to be doing a whole lot of work At least not anymore in the round. He may yet catch a drone, but how useful will that drone be without the Mozzie moving it around remains to be seen. There's an upside-down rappel on this unreinforced CCD main wall as Mercy with a shotgun's got to find one, but Spider gets taken up with a beautiful shot from Cheesecake. Mercy is low on HP from that gunfight he took earlier as well. 3 versus 2 with a minute 15 remaining. Team Area 69 are definitely in the man count lead and slowly but surely are securing themselves a lead in terms of time. Tertio, the Echo, is the one playing on Catwalk, and he has to be very careful because if there's a thermite approaching him, calls come out, shots are gonna be fired. The Echo somehow doesn't get the kill. He's gonna get headshotted instead as Cheesecake takes that. It's a 2 versus 2 right now, all down to 2 defenders versus 2 attackers. The OG hard breach combo of the thermite and the Thatcher. As Thermite goes for the blind, Cheesecake has to be careful. There's no C4 potential, but there's a run out potential from Aussie as he will take that. A big run out comes out from the Alibi, as he has single-handedly denied the plant and may even have won the round for the side of Team Area 69. Six Surge trying to go into Catwalk right now. He has to be careful of the smoke playing below. Mercy's got the SMG-11 on sight, and he will be taking those kills as soon as he can. There we go, the smoke comes in, but he's gonna get taken out instead. Six Surge goes down. Excuse me, Six Surge takes one. Mercy goes down, and now he might be able to go for the plant. He's got about 10 seconds remaining. Aussie, he'll have to come in to try and deny the plant. Will he be able to? He's slowly making his way in. He gets off the plant. The Thatcher, he does not get the kill though. The Alibi's made a book, and he's gonna run away, but just runs right back into the waiting gun of Sick Surge. Somehow the Alibi going for a little bit of ring around the rosy right there. Didn't quite go the right direction. The more advisable play may have been just to go straight into red hallway. That is, of course, the red stairs hallway. But, you know, in the heat of the moment, decisions can be made that may come back to haunt Aussie in future. With all that being said, round 2 goes to the side of the attack. Havocs with the 1v2 clutch coming out from the Thatcher. Six Surge will be going back to CCTV and Cash Room on round 3.
Give me a point the fact out that the main wall was not even reinforced, and that threw off the defense, so they attacked so much more. And Six Surge, though, an amazing clutch for the man. In fact, the patience from him was really something that paid off. Oxy, very, very ecstatic about it. Going about the server rack so many times around, gave Six Surge the somehow, you know, even when it came to the hipfire connect onto the headshot on the Alibi as well, it was just patience from Six Surge. He was just chilling. He was just sitting. He was prone. It was Aussie. He was just running around trying to find him, and somehow got found by one of the stray bullets from the Thatcher. Amazing clutch from Six Surge. Definitely will be using that round being put on board from the side of the attack. Havoc did find themselves in a very huge disadvantage early into the round, but finally, towards the end, the play from Cheesecake, very underrated. In fact, the last round, Cheesecake, the Thermite, getting those frags on board, along with the Echo as well for some reason. The Echo took the fall on Rafters. That was a fight that he should have won with the Yokais into play for himself. But we'll still be seeing ourselves head into a 1-1 equalized scoreline into round 3. Cheesecake is going to be making sure all of these aggressive push-ups stopped, and the Claymores will be putting into place as well. We've got the breach coming in from Polo already. He's going to be watching this angle. He's expecting somebody staying there, I'm not sure. Or he's demanding utility. Oh, there you go. The peek from Mercy is in, and he'll be claimed. That's the kill for Polo. Ibana takes that frag very gladly and very happily as well. Early Rafter control will be up for the taking for the side of the attack, but they've got to be careful of the bandit who's waiting. Tertio waiting very patiently for going for the breach trick, most possibly. Yeah, that is exactly what he's waiting there for. Because now, not only is the angle exposed, but they've also made their way, there's the attackers by day, into the side of the garage. Slowly they'll be doing that very soon. Already the bottom launch controllers in, and they'll be the bandit already downed. Huge emphasis from the side of the attack coming in terms of how they want to be approaching this map this time around. The down will be in. Drone is out, but no, the revive is happening already. We won't be seeing Cheesecake spot the feed from the drone only. The Roxy meanwhile is going to find a frag into Kingslayer. That's going to be an important one. In fact, we'll still be seeing the side of the defense take this back on a 4 versus 4. An important kill from Oxy definitely brought out the equalizer in terms of man count. Also an important revive from the Jaeger as well onto Tertio, making sure the Bandit does not take the fall yet. The Echo already doing so much work. The Yokai drones are trying to stun on the side of the attackers, not making it all the while a more composed attack strategy that they are trying to bring out from the side of Team Havoc. Sixer still holding this little angle that he got for himself on draft. Cheesecake is going to be the man who will go in with the plant, and that's where we're getting to see so much more emphasis in terms of the attackers going for this cover for the plant. The plant will be going down. The push-up is in for the egg. He's going to find a frag. He's going to find a double. That's the play for Spidey time here. Tinch Beamer is going to find a double himself. Tertio will be taking the fall along with Oxy. Here's the push-up from the Jaeger, and Spidey time will be winning that. What is that gunplay from Spidey time? It's all down to a 2 versus 2. We've got no diffuser in hand either. And Wallbang comes in from 6 Surge. And Polo will be getting the final frag as well. That's the cleanup from Havoc. A good attempt from the Jaeger Spidey time, but just not enough in 20 HP to be surviving this gunfight against the Hibana. A good attempt from Team Area 69, but it is Havoc to be putting the round 3 on board. And we'll be seeing ourselves head into a 2-1 scoreline with round 4 underway. And Church and Arsenal is going to be the side that we'll be seeing the side of 69 fall back to for the side of defense.
Basement, Church, and Arsenal is, in fact, the side that we are going on for round 4 because 2 back-to-back losses for Team Area 69 on the map, on the site of CCTV means they're going to have to change things up. And now with Basement Church unlocked, they have the leeway, the freedom that is, to go to the basement site. Six pick out of the sledge into the Zofia comes in from Lynch, bringing in not just the soft breach, but also bringing in a little bit of a defender utility denial, or well, counter to defenders denial of attackers utility. So that's a little bit of a long-winded sentence right there, but hey, it is Rainbow Six in 2020. So if there isn't counters of a counter, I mean, is it really a game of Rainbow Six, shall we say? And with the Kaid and the Bandit in play, of course, that means there's going to be a lot of electrical denial coming in from the side of Area 69 as well. They want to make sure that they have every single facet of theirs on board and working order before they make any sort of plays or executes happen. That's why they've got the Maestro coming in as well. And, of course, to top things off, we've got the Legion and the Jaeger. Legion, an operator we've spoken about countless times across the many seasons of Rainbow Six Siege we've played here at the TEC League. And overall, an operator who has seen quite a lot of discussion and discourse over the course of his stay in Rainbow Six as well. At the end of the day, excuse me right there. At the end of the day, Legion just is one of those operators that is very powerful for intel at the end of a round and very powerful for punishing late game pushes. And the longer Legion is alive for, the harder it is to get into site because there's just his goo mines littered all over the place. You try to push into site, you'll probably run into 2 or 3 of those things. As Aussie, he's going to run right into the G8A1 of Kingslayer. And that's a big drop right there for the side of Area 69. They've lost a big operator early. Aussie, the man who was making things happen for the side of A69, is off the board. And that's a Bandit as well. The MP7, a gun you don't want to lose early, along with, of course, probably 1 battery that he had left in his pocket for potential thermite denial. That leaves Ivis, the only other half of the electrical denial duo, as there is somebody inside of kitchen. He heard that Ivis as a C4 might come out. No, he's randomly firing with the TCSG. He might be able to get a C4 kill in. Shot's gonna be fired. He has not connected. Throws a C4 out. Will that find anybody? No, it does not. All it has done, I don't even think that the little damage that Polo took was from that C4. So, yeah, overall, not exactly a great C4, as now the attackers have successfully managed to waste that bit of utility from the side of the defense. Shots are fired as Kingslayer has made his way already onto the main stairs door, but Ivis takes down 6 Surger. Thatcher is down. That's a big drop right there. As more shots are being fired, that's a long angle taken by the TCSG, and Kingslayer's not quite low on HP, he's still above the 50 HP mark. But he's got to be careful on what gunfights he picks, because if it's the TCSG, that's 2 shots and he's dead right there. And yeah, you got to be careful on that one. By the time trying to go up, gotta be careful of Claymores as another couple of shots come out, but that's not gonna connect, surprisingly enough, onto any of the attackers. As the Thermite's gonna make his way successfully out of kitchen, possibly to push into dirt, because they know that this main... Oh, there goes Tertio. You could just see Tertio taking the headshot, but no, Polo's going to take the headshot right back onto the Legion, dropping him. But it's pretty late in the round, and Legion's goo mines have been deployed. Spidey time, he's going to find one on the flank, and that's a big drop on the IQ. Kitchen Ass is not opened, however, as he's trying to find one. He will. The Hibana goes down as well. The Thermite stuck inside of dirt, and the ACOG Zoom kills him instead, as Ivis comes out with the blaster from Star Wars and finishes him off with hipfire, knowing that ADSing that close would probably not be a great decision. That, of course, puts the equalizer in once again, as it is 2-2 on round 5. Team Area 69, a beautiful take on round 4, and we're headed back once again to second for CCTV, and look at that. 7 kills to Spidey time in just the 4 rounds that we've had so far. Very well done from him, and round 5 is a go. Six pick comes out from Ivis out of the mute into the alibi, bringing in a little bit of bamboozle and just that little bit of utility that is more annoying than anything for the attackers to deal with. However, at the end of the day, I do have to think, out of the mute, that is an interesting 6th pick. Once again, Area 69 are making those very interesting 6 picks today. As once we had a Womai 6 pick for a Mozzie, that's something I can actually agree with the way A69 is playing. They're playing with aggression based on intel. And of course you need intel, but then you also want to shut down the attackers' intel gaining properties as well. So the, excuse me right there, the Mozzie is a pick that comes out, that comes off as a pick that they would probably want. However, 6 picking out the mute, an operator based purely on intel and utility denial. Mark that, intel and utility denial. For the alibi, who is, more than anything, is going to give away, again, more intel for sure. But against mute, I don't know if the alibi was a 6 pick that Area 69 would like to have. More than anything, when it comes to competitive play, where players are more than willing to shoot anything they see. Oh, Kingsler's actually going to go down in the meanwhile. Spidey time takes a big early drop as the IQ goes down. That's one big operator for the attack that they have just lost. They're going to have to make up for that by taking down the Jaeger, at least trying to finish him off. He's just playing around in lounge. The Hibana's very close indeed, knows exactly where that operator is, and there we go. Polo will take the kill off of the intel, and that right there is reason enough for, intel being king in Rainbow Six. Wait a minute, it's not a hard ceiling that the Ash is shooting into. Looks like it is. That's a little unfortunate. That second Ash charge was nothing short of wasted right there. As there's going to be some... Oh, no. Cheesecake, the wrong lean comes out from him, and it'll be dropped by Mercy. The Bandit takes that kill, and that MP7 comes alive for the side of Team Area 69. It is a 4 versus 3. 2 attackers have been dropped as they're going to make their way in towards side any second. Now, Bandit's taking a little bit of damage. He's still alive. He's still safe. That's what really matters. Doc holding on. Catwalk is also in a power position for his team. Area 69 have taken up these power positions that have established crossfire angles that are not allowing the side of Havocs to make entry into sight possible. Mercy watching the CCTV window with all his intent as Tertio's holding down on the eastern stairs. And then we have Ivis on construction, and of course Doc, as we just discussed, on the catwalk. That's 4 very important angles that are being held down by the side of Area 69 very well. But when it comes to CCTV, the round ends have not been great for them, so they'll have to hold it off as best as they can. Lynch is trying to push Catwalk. He's trying to get the Doc out of there. He knows where he is, or at least the general position, as the Ash is pushed in. And there goes the smoke. He was unaware of the Ash pushing in. Will the Bandit go down as well? Not yet. Ash shots were fired, and the Ash is taking a bit of damage. Sixer is trying to push in. Shots are fired yet again, but somehow the Ash is surviving all of this. But no, she won't be any farther, and that is the diffuser drop from Mercy. A huge kill right there, as the Doc will face the fall as well. 25 seconds and less for the side of Havoc to make this play happen. Hibana's come in for the diffuser collection. Will she see the bandit in time? I don't think she will. She does know where the bandit is roughly. Pushes in the side instead. Does the bandit know he's gone prone? But he doesn't know where she's coming from. And Polo will take the kill as it is down to Ivis in a 1v2. Will he find the Thatcher? Yes, he will. But he was detected. And that's why the Hibana was able to take the kill. The swing around from Ivis was a little too late. And that is why we're going to be seeing Havocs take yet another round on second floor CCTV, putting themselves back in the lead, 3-2, going into round 6.
Once again, a very close round for this matchup. 3-2 is indeed the scoreline. Round 6 is underway. We've got the last round before the role swap coming in. And we don't see the side of the defense taking so much more advantage. Havocs has just been at it. They've been better. And Polo with that clutch in the last round, the 1v1, very important kill onto the alibi, because we did see the Hibana go for a little bit of a pre-fire on the side of the metal stairs, but then shifted his angle right back to the alibi on the side of the window. And that, I have to say that because happening to be on the max size of that gun, very low on the last bullet, made sure that the kill was confirmed. Very close once again for the side of these teams. It's been the show, in fact, for quite the while now. Havocs and Team Air 6 and 9, they've been at it. Sadly, Havocs happens to be on the bottom of the leaderboard, while on the side of Team Air 6 and 9, they're just a little bit above them. Not a whole lot though. It's been the case as both of these teams do happen to be originally from Division 3. They've gotten their promotions into Division 2 this last season. Not exactly a great season for either of these teams, to be honest. But most definitely putting this win on board will be changing so much more for them. Let's see if that's going to be the case or not. EVs, we've brought out the TCSG on the Kaid as well. We got Spidey Time running the Jaeger. Kingslayer on the IQ. Cheesecake on the Hard Breach along with Polo. Once again, standard stuff from Havocs. We've been seeing them do that for quite a while now. Round 6 is indeed underway. Six Search is just trying to make sure that all of this is well and taken care of. That is the Ash, obviously. It's been the Thatcher till now, till a while ago, obviously, with the clutch coming in from the man as well. The 1 versus 2. It's a 1 versus 3, honestly. But then again, Steam happened to turn it into a 1 versus 2 for him. We'll be going ahead into this round with the breach coming in, Jacuzzi doorway wall first, in fact, as the Ella being employed by Area 69, that is Oxy, is to get a little aggressive in terms of the approach for this map. And the breach will be successfully done despite the bandit and the Kaidi into play. Both of them will be using so much more utility all the way on the side of CCTV. The bandit charges the Kaidi Chukla. Not exactly the best play, you know, because once the site has been abandoned from the operators that are the anchors on site, it won't really matter much, you know, holding down an extensive roam. And I'm going to rotate on the side of secret station. That's why Spidey Time is just going to be holding down the logistics drop. As we're going to see some work being done for Six Surge, as its Tertio is picking that fight with some pre-fires from the SMG-11. Not a whole lot. Kingslayer finally falling to the bait that we see Area 69 bringing up with the extensive roam. They'll be wanting to go aggressive on this, but a wallbang comes in, and that is the bandit Mercy getting that frag. Or what a lucky wallbang. Or did he see his head? I'm not sure, but anyways, that's going to be the frag for Mercy to be taken. And the advantage that Mercy just secured for his team in this matchup. Another wallbang possibility, but not converting on that. Not yet. Polo is the man, the Hibana, right outside the breach. Pushing up, there's nothing to be found on the side of Metal Stairs. Is still going to be the man alone of this endeavor. A pre-play C4 will get blown, but he's ignored the Kaid, and the Kaid is going to get that frag very easily. Eve is definitely happy taking that frag. Six Surge taking some shots. He's from the drone hole or from the long angle that he's being employed from the side of the defense. Tertio is going to be the man. Look at that long angle. Look at that. All the way from the side of the doorway. Going to get that frag. Eventually, Lens is going to take the fall. Cheesecake watching the flank. Six Surge wants to make his way inside logistics edge. But he's facing so much more of a challenge into going about this engagement. The drop is in, and so is the kill. And that'll be confirmed by the Jaeger. Spidey Time is going to take that frag. Cheesecake is going to rotate all the way back on the side of the balcony. 15 seconds left. The diffuser is in hand, but the man has got to find 5 kills. He won't be finding even one. Team 69 with a flawless round. In fact, on round 6, and that is the round you needed so direly to be putting on board and getting the equalizer on board as well. 3-3 is going to be the scoreline as we proceed into the second half of this match with the role swap onto round 7. Havocs will be starting off on defense and Team Area 69 on attack, and the first side is going to be Church and Arsenal Rule. Let's see what this match holds for us in the second half on Clubhouse.
Basement Church is indeed the site of choice, and a quick look at the scoreboard reveals to us that it is in fact fairly balanced on both sides of the coin. Well, maybe not so much in terms of kill heavy at the top for the side of Havocs, but for Area 69, excuse me right there, I accidentally hit my mic. But for Area 69, it is definitely, definitely pretty interesting to see the kind of plays that they've brought in today in their last game of the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. Spidey time, we saw him. He has 9 whole kills already in 7 rounds. Now, I know we've had higher kill counts when it comes to 7 round conversion, that is a round 7 roll swap, that is. And yeah, you would be right to assume that, not just assume, but to say that particular factoid. But at the end of the day, it's not just about the kills, right? With the way the kills have been distributed, the fact that Spidey Time has still managed to pull ahead with 9 kills is pretty interesting. But now on the other side of roll swap, it's not just going to be the kills, it's also going to be intel, it's going to be utility, and it's going to be gunfight potential with coordination. That's what really matters right now. When it comes to competitive Rainbow Six, it's about coordination and it's about communication. If that communication is spot on, if the coordination works as intended, then that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the... Excuse me, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a recipe for a great team. And then after that, of course, all that remains is gunfight potential. Some small lines of sight are being made by Lynch inside of the blue wall from Church, as those will be in use any second now, as already hatches are going to be opened up. Spidey time, that's the Hibana. Taking care of those as the super shorty comes out from the castle once again. There is the Thatcher in play as it goes. You know, Rainbow Six players will never miss an opportunity to bring out the Thatcher, regardless of whether or not he is, you know, if they can play with or without him. Thatcher unbanned, he's going to be picked a lot. That's just how versatile and how good he can be when it comes to clearing utility of defenders, not just on assisting hard reachers at all. Mercy in the meanwhile is going to drop Kingslayer, and he's already dropped into sight. Hello! How did the Thatcher manage to get in uncontested? No, he will be contested and he'll be taken down. That Sixer's taking a kill, but Spider-Man comes in with 2 onto Polo and Cheesecake, but he'll be taken down by the Mozzie as well. He managed to down the Mozzie, but there was Lynch who actually took the kill onto Spidey Time. Tertia is going for the planet in the meanwhile, meaning that it's a 1v3 if he does not manage to get the revive off any second now. Will he be able to? Not quite. Shots are fired in his general direction as the man on the Maestro is the last man standing, and he will not be standing anymore. That is Ivis to finish off Lynch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to put the... Why is the kill cam Tertio? I would very much like to know, ladies and gentlemen. But regardless, it is 4-3 in favor of Team Area 69. Round 7 roll swap goes to them, and they are now in the lead going into round 8. There we go, 6th pick phase already, and oh boy, this match has gone by in a blur of kills, of action, of intel, and of course of explosions. Not quite as many as a Michael Bay movie though, but still, you know, we don't exactly have any Michael Bays in the chat, at least I assume we don't. But enough about movies, let's get back to the video games, as round 8 is going to go take us back actually to Basement Church. We've got the Mozzie in play yet again from Six Surge, and the Mozzie, of course, we've discussed this at length in a previous round as to exactly why he is such a good pick. Even when traded against someone like a Womai or someone like, say, a Maestro, yeah, you could definitely go for a Mozzie pick over certain other operators, and excuse me there. Havocs are going to like to invest in Intel denial, and Intel gathering more so than anything else, because Team Area 69, this is something that we all picked up on early on with Team Area 69, something that they do a lot, which is that they are controlled aggression based on good intel. That's why their coordination is as important as it is, and that's why their coordination is as good as it is, because they know when to step up to the plate. And they have done that time and time again. So to see the Mozzie in play is a little bit of an adaptation from Havocs, knowing for the fact that they cannot let Area 69 get away with too much intel, otherwise that will be an early grave for Havocs' defense. Hatches already being opened by Spidey Time, the Hibana. You can hear the Excaros pellets going off as Tertio is low on HP. I'm not sure where that quite happened. The Thermite may have taken an explosion to the face, an impact to the face, maybe even a C4 to the face. Not entirely certain, but Tertio, that is your Thermite. He's got to be careful on the kind of gunfights he takes. Meanwhile, the castle barricade on dirt is going to be blown wide open by the Zofia. That is Ivis trying to get a slim angle in. There are no defenders in his particular line of sight. No, there is now. The Jaeger who tried to go for a quick peek. They try to go for another one. No, he's going to move away instead. Shots are being fired as Tertius is going to trade the diffuser with Mercy. Explosions are going off all over the place. That's breach charges and all the C4s and whatnot. But Spidey Time already down on the basement hallway is going to take down Lynch. The Maestro drops. That's a huge one right there, especially for the late game, because the Maestro is a menace to go up against right towards the end when the plant is necessary. Oh, shots are going to be fired. Spidey Time, he did not react in time. And unfortunately for him, Kingslayer is going to take the kill and get flashed in the process from probably the main kitchen hatch. Potentially, we're not quite sure. Yep, indeed. The main kitchen hatch. The Jaeger's been spotted. Will he be down? Not quite. Tertio stopped shooting at probably the wrong time. But he's got to be careful of the Jaeger running around by the boxes of Arsenal. And the side push won't come out until they flush the Jaeger out. 50 seconds and less remaining for the side of the attackers. The Ashes push down Blue, but those shots have just revealed their location to the Mozzie, and he's going to take damage instead, but Polo has been downed in the meanwhile. That is the Jaeger downed, and will he be taken care of? Not quite. The Castle is trying to take these kills, but Kingslayer, he'll be able to get the revive off onto Polo as ADSs are burning off utility for the attackers, but there goes one, there goes another. Polo takes one as well. Bodies are being dropped all over the place as it's a triple kill for Tertio, but he needs to find the last one standing. He's right there, the Mozzie. Will he find him in time? Yes, he does! Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, what was this round? Absolute chaos right towards the end. And good thing for Tertio, he managed to get the kill on the Mozzie when he did after whiffing so many shots, because that C4 would have definitely been his death, ladies and gentlemen. Even though that C4 did go off after the Mozzie died, interestingly enough. But anyway, banter on the all chat aside, it is 5-3 in favor of Team Area 69. They've pulled themselves out of a bit of a rut and now are in the lead by 2 rounds, sitting 1 round away from the match point, and round 9 is underway.
Round 9 will be underway, indeed. 1 round away from taking this to match point. That is going to be one hell of a ladder for the side of Team Havocs to climb on. Team Area 69, for some reason, they've just been better on attack, and that is somehow surprising. You know, just the way Clubhouse happens to play out. I was in fact in the favor of Team Havocs. So you know, first off, the way they happen to put 3 rounds on board when it happens to be on attack, I was like, all right, now with 3-3 in the second half, put 4 better rounds on board, and they'll be the ones to you know, stand off on advantage. But I'm very surprised and proven wrong as well. Team Area 69 definitely have been on another level since it's been the second half of this match, and they've been acting up to it. They've been making sure that they get all of this done nice and quickly, nice and easily. Polo is gonna come up. Gonna come with the last minute breach for his team. Getting some random pre-fires and stuff, whatnot, making sure all the spawn peaks are checked and done for, as you want to be making sure none of that aggression from the side of the defense is catching you off guard. Area 69 already looking very strong. Looking to strengthen that into a match point anytime soon now in this round 9 that we have underway. The breach will be happening from Tertia without any problems. And this is something that Havoc has definitely got to switch up or solve, because the early denial is not even being presented. It's not even being presented from the side of the defense, and that is definitely costing them so much more. The Doc almost finding the Thermite. Well, it'll be the Thermite finding the Doc instead for some reason. Somehow that worked. Tertia won that fight, and he's on 1 HP, but Kingslayer is going to find himself a double. That's a huge run out he just went out for. And where did he find that double kill from? And that was both of them already on the top of the balcony. On the side of construction doorway, on the window. Really good play from Kingslayer. Very necessary for his team as well. Will that be enough? As we've still got ourselves a 3 versus 4. More essentially a 2 versus 4, just the way Tertia is looking like on HP. But I wouldn't count him out with the clutch that came into the last round. Meanwhile, we're just getting some drone works from the side that the attack and the defense are just making some angles for themselves, but that'll be the kill for Mercy. A nice one, in fact, a very important one as well, shutting down Kingslayer, the equalizer on board in terms of man count. The push will be coming in from the Thatcher, but he'll get shut down. That should have been the push of the Thermite, but he's the one with the diffuser outside the breach. It's all on the Evers who've got to get those collective frags, or at least the impact frags for himself and his team. He's just going to find one from that. The Jaeger is going to take the fall. Polo is going to be the one that is push-up will be in from Tertia, but there's a possible flank coming in from the side of the garage, and that's the kill. 6 search from the garage flank, and that is going to be the kill from the rafters. In fact, Tertia is going to take the fall. It's all on the Evers for taking a Team Air 69 to match point or getting Team Air's 4th round on board. Trying to find the smoke. He's finally going to see him, but whips the shots at the first, and now his position's been revealed as well. When confused in terms of how he wants to approach this, there's going to be an angle being applied, and that's the kill for Team Havoc. And round 9 will be theirs. Will be stopping 69 from taking match point, at least for the moment, as they amount to make this possible comeback happen. One more round away from the equalizer and taking it into a 5-5 scoreline, but for now, it'll be a 4-5, still in the favor of 69.
4-5 in favor of Area 69. It is looking not that great in terms of a round lead for the side of the orange team right now. They are attacking, of course, as it looks like Spidey Time has been AFK picked onto the Blitz. He's going to 6-pick out of that, of course, as the Vigil will be brought in place of the Legion. And the Hibana will be brought in place of the Blitz from Spidey Time. And we're headed back to Basement Church once again. The site that Team Area 69, they won on twice. Havoc's lost here twice, even though the second time was, it could count as a little unlucky. However, excuse me right there. However, at the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that with a round under their belt, Havoc's might be better suited to take this site, giving themselves the equalizer. They sit 1 round away from equalizing, and then of course another round for match point and another round for the victory. Team Area 69, they are 1 round away from match point, 1 from the victory. They are closer, but that also puts more pressure on them, just as it puts more pressure on Havoc's to equalize, because Area 69, they need to get these rounds, and getting these rounds is not as easy as it sounds. Sure, it sounds like it should be a walk in the park for them, right? 2 rounds of back-to-back, done and dusted. They've been doing that so far. But when the stakes are high and the chips are down, that's when just 1 round can seem like a big deal. Aussie pushing in the garage, takes out the default cam, nice and quickly. We'll be making sure that nobody's going to push him from the second floor. There is no one on the second floor for that matter from the side of Area 69. At least that's what it, from the side of Havoc's. At least that's what it seems like. I can see 4 defenders down there in sight. There may yet be a room. I believe there is, all the way towards gym bedroom. There's a blue outline on one of the corners of the map. There is somebody inside of gym, actually, looks like. And that could be a gunfight that comes out from one of the defenders of Havoc's, nice and early. Austin's going to push up through cash room, a little by little, of course. Just make sure that his end of the map is safe, while Kingslayer has actually managed to rotate back into first floor by the bar area. He's got a Hibana to deal with, mind you. Kingslayer, he hears the breach being done by the Hibana. That's remotely, of course, seeing as Hibana can launch her Excaris pellets. Shots are fired. Hibana's low on HP. Spider time. He's got to be careful of this. Vigil playing very close to him. Vigil's trying to get a push. No, he will fall back instead. Down the hatch that the Hibana just opened and back up the main stairs. But there's somebody to try and fight him. That's the Zofia. Will the M762 fire off? Not quite. It doesn't find the Vigil in time, who manages to make it back into sight. Time is being wasted very well for the side of Team Area 69. They are not able to somehow find these operators for the side of, from the side of Havocs. That has so far costed them a little bit of HP on Spidey Time and a lot of utility, but Spidey Time's finally going to take down one. That's Kingslayer. That is the Vigil off the board. He drops in and finds the Pulse as well. Mercy finds another on the Cheesecake, but the Jaeger will refrag onto the Hibana inside of side as well. 2 versus 4 right now as Polo starts things off for the side of the defense. 2 versus 4. He's gotten 1. He will be traded. That's the Ash taking 1. Will the Ash take 2? No, there's the Alibi to take her out instead. And now it's a 1v3 from Sixers down from a 1v4 with no HP remaining. Team Area 69 will still win round 10. The roam doesn't matter. The wasted time doesn't matter. When it comes to the execution, Area 69 comes out strong as they will win round 10 once again on Basement Church. And they're going to go into round 11, 6-4 up in the advantage. Match point for them. And we're going to be heading back to Basement Church once again from the side of the defense. Match point is confirmed. 6-4 is the scoreline. Area 69 are 1 round away from shutting it all down as Lynch takes the 6th pick out of the Tachanka into the Legion, of course. He was probably AFK given the Tachanka, seeing as he was late to pick any operator, but the Legion is a good 6th pick when it comes to the, excuse me right there, when it comes to Tachanka. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how much we all love the memes and no matter how much, you know, we all want to say that he's a good operator, he unfortunately is not. At the end of the day, it just goes without saying, Tachanka, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I may be one of the biggest advocates for him as an operator. I still will say, at the end of the day, when it comes to competitive Siege, he's not that great. Regardless, coming back to the round at hand, we do have a mute in play this time from Havocs. Looks like they want to invest in that bit of intel denial, and a hard intel denial from Sixers, the mute. That is probably a wise decision. Once again, Area 69 is intel-based aggression and very coordinated aggression indeed. If somehow Havocs can manage to break that up with the mute in play, they might be onto something big. And if they are able to do that, then ladies and gentlemen, this round, this match is about to heat up in ways that we didn't think it was possible. Kingslayer, in the meanwhile, prepares a run out on the main stairs window, the mid stairs window, that is, on the main stairs. And final rotation being made by the smoke shotgun. That's a lot of buckshot that's being used up, but, you know, if Cheesecake is smart about it, he'll be able to avoid using up a lot of his, excuse me right there. He'll be able to avoid using up a lot of his gun, a lot of his bullets, the buckshots that he has on that shotgun. But he'll have to depend primarily on the SMG-11. Not so much for Sixers, though. He hasn't had to use the shotgun all that much. It's mostly been the smoke. As right now, we're at the 2-minute mark of this round. The round that decides quite the round of ones, but it is still just as important for Havocs to win this one out. As important as it is for Team Area 69 to secure this round victory. Hatches are being opened. Roam clear is being done. The Vigil has in fact been spotted right now. And there's the Ash to take him down the board. That is a big drop right there. As Spidey Time took down Polo as well. That is a Jaeger dropped from the defense on blue. 2 big drops, and there goes Cheesecake. Tertiary takes that kill. It's a 2 versus 5. Suddenly, Havocs have fallen apart like a pack of cards in the wind. But there's Lynch to take one down. Spidey Time is off the board. 4 versus 2 once again. But this time, it's Lynch and Sixers alive for the side of Havocs. Flashbangs come in. Lynch will not be found by that one, but the drop will come in any second now. And if there's no emphasis from Dirt or from Blue, then this Legion will be able to sit here uncontested. Drones are coming in, and the Lynch, has been spotted on the deep arsenal hold. And now there is, in fact, a push coming in from Dirt that he's going to have to be careful of. That's the Thatcher right there. As the vertical line of sight is going to be open. Shots going to be fired, and he will go down finally, as it's now a 1v4. All down to the last man standing, and that is Six Surge as a team kill comes out from Mercy onto Aussie. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But regardless, the Ash went down. It's a 1v3. All down to Six Surge with the SMG-11. He swings wide, but swings the wrong way. And Ivis will be the one to take that kill onto the last remaining defender, shutting down Havocs before they can make any more noise. Your winners for the final match of Division 2 in the entirety of the TEC Rainbow Six Siege League are Team Area 69 on the map of Clubhouse, 7-4. What a game, what a division, and what a league, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for the second division, Division 2, the Bloodbath Division, the division of the war in the entirety of the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. It has just ended its tenure here on our screens, and of course, let's have a quick overview of the matches that we had today. The first rematch was Team Moha versus Instinct Esports. Instinct took that, even though Moha put up a very, very good fight indeed. All the way down to maximum overtime. Instinct were the winners, 8-7 on Villa. Switching over to the second stream, we went to Cafe Dostoevsky, and it was E-Samurai Esports versus Bad Trip Esports. Bad Trip Esports played very well indeed. ESM tried their hardest, were not able to make much headway. 7-4 to BTE on Cafe. And then, of course, the final match of the night, Havocs versus Team Area 69. And it was a fairly repetitive performance from both teams. Team Area 69 winning 7-4 on Clubhouse. And of course, there were a couple of offline games, and those scores will be updated on the stories on Instagram. So check out the Esports Club on their socials at Facebook and Instagram to find out the results of those offline games. And that's it. That's Division 2. It kind of feels a little weird saying that. Division 3 is already done and dusted. Division 2 is done, and we have just 2 more days of Rainbow Six Siege left for ourselves, people. It is Division 1 coming in tomorrow and the day after, and we will see you with that on the other side. Stay tuned, and good night.
Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060, because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashbang!
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go!